City Boys, it's me Saint, and I'm back again for another video. It's me Saint, your city diplomat, your city sheriff, your city chief, your city philanthropist. And right now, I'm your city, I don't know, this is just a conversation, City Boys, this is just a conversation. I get woken up a few times through the night, and usually, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get, not usually, but sometimes I get little ideas or thoughts and I just write them down. And just like, I would not say any other night, but some other nights, I woke up today, I woke up today, I woke up twice, and the last time I woke up, I just could not go back to sleep. And while I was up, I had this thought and I wrote it down on my phone, but I took notes in my journal so I can tell you guys basically what is on my mind. So I said, things are getting darker in this world, and that is shown in politics, is shown in interpersonal relationships, is shown with what is going through your mind right now. Like, what are you going through emotionally? What are you going through socially, financially, emotionally? Did I say emotionally? Mentally, physically. There's so much going on. I know there's a lot going on in my life, so I can only imagine other people's lives right now, you know? But one thing that has been forced on my spirit is to limit the way that these things affect you. Because these things are going to happen, regardless of what it is, the extent of it, the significance of it. Things are going to happen in life. But it's the amount of energy that we give to it is what matters, you know what I mean? So I said, continue to limit the effects of this world on your soul and heart. One of the greatest things that is needed is black joy. I am not African American, I am Jamaican. But the same destruction, pain, violence is reigning in both places. I am not one to say that the world is ending, because a lot of people are saying that the world is ending right now. Because how can you say that the world is ending if you did not create the world? Only God knows when the world is going to end, because God created the world, you know what I mean? God created us. But what we're being shown is the Bible repeating itself. However, I feel like as a collective, we are reading into it wrong. This world works on cycles. Just like the history with its wars, dictators, politics, the change in normalities, the generational trauma cycles. I believe that not only is the Bible telling us stories of the past, but mainly the future and how to remain strong and steadfast. Most Bible readers would say, duh, but I mean on the levels of the 21st century's Noah's, Jacob's, Lazarus, Paul, Samuel, Job. Although times are dark and sometimes feel as though there are absolutely no way out, you have to truly remain yourself. Not trick yourself. Alright, you have to truly remain yourself. Not trick yourself. That is the important part. So when I say that, it's like, usually we are taught that, alright, if you want to feel more beautiful, you want to feel more handsome, or you want to feel more smart or stuff, you would look in the mirror and give yourself affirmations, and they say lie to yourself until you start to believe it. But when I say this, you have to literally believe this with your heart. That's the only way these things will come true. Because stuff like that, that's just lies. You're just lying until you do some type of change to actually see a difference. But this is when you're saying it with your heart, you have to mean it with your heart and your soul. Oh, sorry. Not trick yourself. This is important. Know that God will get you out. Currently, I'm going through one of the darkest times of my life. I am 9 months in. After month 5, my life completely crumbled. I was depressed. I was hearing demonic voices, seeing and telling me to ways to destroy my vessel. I woke up with demons in my room, dreams of people I love brutally murdering me, and basically it got to a point where I was laying in my bed and I was just crying. It was weeks, just laying in my bed, just crying. And I just kept saying, you won, like you destroyed me. Like I literally felt destroyed. And ooh, um, I talked to God. I reached out to God, and I cried for God. I told God, I said, you know my heart. You know what I'm supposed to do. You are the one who showed me what I'm supposed to do. But if you cannot remove this pain that I am currently going through, not the circumstance, but the pain that I'm feeling from what I'm going through, and if you cannot release me from the pain that I've been feeling as a child, like from my childhood, the pain that I've carried from my childhood, God, I'm gonna have to end this. I can't continue. And I felt so horrible giving God an ultimatum, because it's like, who am I to give God an ultimatum on what is supposed to happen? But I couldn't live like this anymore. Like, I couldn't live like that. And the next day, I went to my backyard and I sat down and I journaled. I talked to God. And when I tell you, I just cried, because I felt like the greatest relief of like pent up anguish, pent up stress, sadness, depression, pain from my past. I was shown stuff that I didn't remember. It was so much things I was shown. There was so much relief I was given. And all I could do was just cry. And all I can remember is, not remember, I can remember the whole thing, but one of the things I remember is when I was sitting there crying, as I wiped the tears from my eyes. Like, when I tell you I have 20/20 vision, I can see. But it was like my eyes were cleared. And like, it's like I could see everything now. Like, it's like I could see microscopically. Like, it was crazy. And from there, I was like, it reminded me that, like, with the stuff that God was showing me, was all those times where I was sad, I was down, I was crying, I was this, I was going through things. God was right there with me. Or if God was not with me, God sent either a spiritual person right there with me, as a spiritual being, an angel right there with me, my angel guide right there with me. Or it sent me a physical person right there with me. Out of nowhere, one of my friends reached out to me. Out of nowhere, I get some type of opportunity that got me out of a situation that it was really bad for me. So, I'm saying all that to say is to keep the knowing, because knowing that it's going to get better gets you even further in the process of everything getting better. Because it gets you out that mindset of, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? What do I have to do? I have to fix this. I have to do. Let it go. They say God only gives his strongest battles to his strongest soldiers, something like that. But if you get to a point where you cannot fight anymore, like you gave everything, you have to send it right back up. That's it. Right back up. Just like as a child, with your physical parent. If you have a parent that has some type of moral compass and are actual semi-decent person, as an adult, you are going to exhaust every option before you reach out to your parent. But if you have a good parent, they're going to help you out. That's the same way God is. You get what I mean? So that's why I wanted to say that. But I talked about Black joy in the beginning, and I talked about me being Jamaican and African American because I'm seeing everything that's going on with Hurricane Melissa and the destruction of Hurricane Melissa, and it literally ripping roofs off, flooding villages, like a whole bunch of parishes are destroyed. People are dying of thirst, of hunger. People are literally robbing people that don't have anything. Imagine your house is destroyed, your roof fall off, your house flooded. You sleeping in the little corner and somebody come and try to rob you. Gunpoint. But although all this stuff is happening, and you hear people talk, the first thing is the joy. They're happy that they're alive. They praise God that they're alive, that they can rebuild back, that they even have breath in their lungs to rebuild. And me living in America, I can relate that to how I see African Americans. No matter what happens, no matter what kind of destruction happens, no matter what kind of governmental plan comes into play to destroy them, they still rise. They're still happy. They still create. Because it's in our DNA. We create. We're black. It's in our DNA. We create something out of nothing. So imagine if you can create something out of nothing, and then you also have the belief, the knowing that God is right there with you. Because they said it takes the strength of a mustard seed. So if you have the knowing that things are going to get better, if you have the soul to push on, you have the soul to create, and you believe, you creating is believing, right? That's your mustard seed. And you have the faith in God, what will happen? So I made this video just to say to keep believing. Things are getting hard, but you cannot wither, you cannot sway, you cannot do any of that, because you will get through it. And I'm saying that for you, and I'm saying that for myself as well. I want to get emotional because I'm going to be watching this video back, because I need to hear that. Because a lot of days I feel like this, but it's a lot of days where I feel really, really low, you know? And I don't know how I'm going to get out. But sometimes you don't need to know the how. You just need to know that it's going to happen. You know what I mean? So as I close this video out, I want to talk about what's going to get going with this channel. This channel is called Saint. It's about Saint. It's about me. And this channel is going to reflect everything that I'm going through. I am not a type of person that's going to implement religion on you. I do not follow religion. I believe in God. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. That's what I believe in. I don't believe in any religion, so I'm not going to push a religion on you. All I'm trying to do is uplift you with my words and what I am being told to say at a given time. I am still going to be posting my art. I'm still going to be posting time lapses of me creating things. I have a whole bunch of stuff in the works that I have planned. I will never stop creating art. I will die creating art. I probably will die with graphite in my hand. So that is never a thing. I will be doing vlogs as well, because I am being forced to document my life. Because when I tell you guys, I keep saying this, I'm gonna keep saying it again, City Boys, you all guys are on the greatest journey of all time. Like, you are literally seeing, I want to say you're seeing the greatest artist in making, but I am already the greatest artist. I just need to get known. So you guys are following the journey of me being known as the greatest artist of all time, the greatest creative of all time. I'm not going to just say artist, because that limits me, and I will never limit myself. But yeah, so vlogs will be happening. I will be doing more movie breakdowns, because I'm given these eyes for a reason. I love to look at symbolism. I love to look at color theory. I love to look at symbolism. I love to look at all that, because there is, for one, always a greater story being told, whether the director knows it or not. Or not. There's always a greater story being told. But then at the same time, I said this in my They Live video, but the way that this life works, the way that this, I'm gonna say it like that. The way that this life works is any works that are being played in the background, the powers that be have to show you in some type of way, shape, or form. Whether that is through media now, with social media, whether that is with movies, music, sports, any form of entertainment, that is what is being done. So I like to point stuff like that out. So I will be showing that. And I will be doing story times as well, because there are things that I need to get out. There are things that need to be exposed. And I don't mean that in the messy way that people usually do, but I mean that in literally everything done in the dark will come to the light. That kind of way. So that, and also I feel like some other stories will be fun. because there are lessons that always have to be learned in things. And I'm the type of person that, I'm sorry if I'm like snuffy and my hands are ashy. It's really cold outside. It was just snowing. But yeah, I'm one of those people, like, I like to learn, whether it's me going through an experience or me learning through other people. And I'd rather learn through other people than me for most situations, you know what I mean? So that as well. But yeah, my whole goal is to really get your guys' brains to get stronger, because there's a lot of things that are about to be happening. There's a lot of shifts that are about to occur, and you have to have your spiritual boundaries and your mind strong so that these things do not shake you. Because through these last 9 months of me going through what I'm going through, and I will explain that in the future, that's one thing that I learned. Everything can shift. You can lose everything, but one thing you need to keep is your mind. That's the thing that you have to have. Your body can be taken from you. Your spiritual, I'm not gonna lie, your spiritual intelligence, your social awareness, everything can be taken from you. But you have to keep your mind. You have to keep your mind. And that's the main thing I want to teach you guys, and not teach you guys, but we're going to all work together and just continue to strengthen our mind, our spiritual boundaries, and all that kind of stuff. Because there's a lot of things that are coming to the light right now, and that's why there's so many events that are going to take place and that are taking place. So, yeah. But, yeah. So make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to me as City Boy. We're going to start having a new outro. Quote to sing, nevermore. If y'all know what that come from, y'all know what that come from.